Knowing is not doing. We know why many a times what we should be doing, why what we should be doing. However, we still find it very, very difficult. So, for example, a child knows that he should not be scrolling or playing a game. He should reduce the amount of time on gaming because he has heard enough times it's probably affected his grades. He's probably not able to sleep well at night. He's probably just thinking about the game all the time. He knows it, but he just cannot do it. It's not that he's not trying. There's a difference. There's a difference between I know it and I can do it. I do it. Not even I can. I can comes much before. So I know it must translate somewhere to I want it. So many of us parents or teachers tell children, just reduce, just take a book, just do something, but they can't. So when the child gets, I want to do it, there has to be a purpose as to why I want to do it. Somewhere I want to do well, to sleep well, to have my health, because somewhere in the future, and what practices I have now are not going to build my future very well. So I need to provide examples for the child, someone who was playing a lot and eventually got low marks or could not succeed or whatever like that. There has to be a meaning, especially for adolescents, pre-adolescents. Unless there is a meaningful reason, they are not going to be that convinced to buy in our arguments. And many a times our arguments are also driven by our own fear. Will my child survive, be able to survive? So to bring that I know to I want, I need to be taking my child, meeting different kinds of people, discussing different kinds of scenarios where situations led to something unrecoverable. If I go without sleep for days on end, somewhere my whole system kind of is out of rhythm, and it takes a long time to bring that back in rhythm. So I want, and now when I want, we don't have to say I will stop playing altogether. I want to reduce my game time by 5 minutes. Very short my goals. And I want to read first and then play. So we get the important things out of the way. I am willing to do it. Will come next. I want to reduce my gaming time, let's say by 5 minutes. Then I'm willing to take to begin, or before playing the game, read something. I'm willing to do that. The willingness comes in there. That willingness is extremely important to build. Right from the beginning, those of you who have younger children, allow children to help you do the chores around the house. You may have support, but let children do many of these. That willingness to do is the one helping me take action now. That is coming from the body. My body has to move to be able to take that action. Just knowing it is at the head level. It is planning. That doesn't translate into execution. It won't give me results if I just sit at my thought level. So I'm willing is important. Knowing, then wanting it, then willing to do that. Then comes I can. I can begin. I can read for 5 minutes before I get into gaming, before I call a friend, before I let somebody down. I'm willing, before I can, there's willing. So willing is willing to take risks, peer pressures. People may be discussing their game scores and their strategies and their progress tomorrow, and I'm going there without having played my game fully and risking possible rejection from the peer group. I'm willing to do that for the sake of my health, for my sanity, right? So then, once they are willing to take action, I will go with beginning it, then slowly 5 minutes of beginning. And then can I sustain it for a week, for 2 weeks, for a month? That gives the confidence. Yes, I did it every single day for last 5 days. Begin very, very small, 3 days, then 5 days, then 2 weeks. And at some point of time, in about 2 to 3 months time, child can say, yes, I did it. I can cut out 5 minutes from my gaming time. I can begin with reading before that. I'm willing to risk any insults from my friends. I did it. I could sustain it. I could pull through this whole thing. I completed the goal, the task. That gives me the courage. So this whole set of steps have to happen from knowing to doing. Otherwise, we can't. Same thing with me. I know that I need to exercise, but then I should be wanting to exercise. Why? Why should I exercise? To not put more weight, or to become a little healthier, to reduce my knee pain. There has to be a purpose. That's why most of us ignore until the doctor will tell us, if you don't do it, if you don't exercise anymore, then it's only going to get worse. And we still don't think it will happen to me. We still ignore. We don't take our supplements. We don't go, reduce eating on fatty foods, whatever, junk foods and all of that. But then when I see my aunt limping, my mother cannot get up and she cannot walk even 10 steps, they're panting, and what the supplements they take at 70, 80 years of age will not assimilate, then it gives me a meaningful purpose. That is when I'm said, okay, I'm willing to walk a little bit. I'm willing to pay attention to my nutrition a little bit. I'm willing. Then you begin, reduce salt a little bit, reduce sugar a little bit. We begin. And if I do it for 4 weeks, 8 weeks, I develop this taste for less salt, less sugar, less rice. I can sustain. And then that becomes a habit. I complete the process of knowing to taking action. So this taking action requires overcoming that inner resistance. I must move myself. There is a difference between thinking and actually body moving to do it. I must be able to move myself. For that, I need to have a good reason. Because action means I'm giving up something pleasurable now for a future possibility. I stopped drinking coffee without sugar. Maybe if 20 years from now I do not get diabetes. So that is, we are in this culture of instant gratification. I want immediate right now, just today, maybe tomorrow I will look at sugarless coffee. And that tomorrow never seems to come. So the question children will ask is, why should I tolerate this discomfort? Why should I go with 5 minutes less? Why should I put up with insults from my friends? They don't see the future. That is why they got to meet people. When I worked in school, we took children to these orphanages and old age homes, and children came back moved. They wanted to donate more. They chose to buy less and share more, and many things happened. And if we can do that on regular, consistent basis, schools can take your child once in their 3 years or something. 1 year they plan, and that's about it. Every time, every eighth grade, every year will go to a old age home. That's it. Ninth grade, they'll go somewhere else. So schools may not be able to give that exposure, but I, as a parent, can. So the hardest part is beginning. You know, because the game is there calling me, the food is there calling me. Now do what is difficult first. Just keep it in the open. Keep your cucumbers open right there calling you, before you touch your other foods. Keep a book open. Let the child walk into the house and leave the books in the open. So somewhere, it's visible. I'll just do it. It's just 5 minutes, right? I'll just do it. That helps a lot. If I have my kitchen, a friend of mine did that very beautifully. She woke up at 4 every morning, and she had to leave home by 6 to reach her work. So she put the vegetable out on the counter, the chapati flour on the counter, and rice and dal on the counter. So she just had to get up, turn on the gas for rice to cook, and chop the vegetables and put them together. And it was easier. It was thought out. It was laid out already. So beginning is hard. So take care of that when you are not in that mood or mode of accomplishing something. Don't worry about being perfectionist. That is something creates fear in child. If I start doing, I have to do it for the rest of my life. Oh my God, oh my God. Don't worry. You aim for 5 minutes, you do it for even 1 minute, it's good, you got started. Right? So bringing that meaning, bringing the environment where the child will see and want to begin, and parents to not fill in for the child. Let them do it. Let child take that initiation. Just not respond to our cues. The more we say, go study, go study, go study, and they will study, that becomes a pattern. If I'm not there to say that, child will not study. And that is where parents think it as a pride sometimes. I need to be there for my child to study. Well, that's actually a trap. I need to distinguish between obedience and self-directed action. We want child to take the impulse coming from within to do the action. Other way is also problematic sometimes. I allow my child to do whatever they want. That's not going to work either. As long as I've created some meaningful purpose to the action they do, I have made them talk to people, I have let them see people struggle and whatnot, and then I'm there to support them get to that stage. At that point, I can let the child do whatever they want. Even if they fail, it's okay, because I need to develop that capacity for action in the child. Otherwise, it just becomes this I take initiation and they're just following. The dependency develops. Let child go through the consequences. Let them, go through the pain of finishing a task. I could be there to break up this large task into smaller ones and help them see that you can do this much today, 2 questions today, 2 questions tomorrow. By end of the week, you would have done the chapter. Yeah, there are 20 chapters, 20 weeks before exams. We do 1 chapter a day. Break them into smaller things, set a rhythm. That is something I can do. Allow child to go through the discomfort. I don't have to rush in to make child feel good all the time. Celebrate the process. Just take it one day at a time. Celebrate. Don't worry. Don't carry that worry, because children are imitating me. That's the thing I want you to carry. Children are watching my words, my feelings, my thoughts. Am I doing what I want my child to do? Am I able to act knowing very well that that is something I should be doing? Or am I procrastinating? So this is more of an exercise for ourselves to bridge that gap between I know and I want to do. We go through fear, we go through discomfort, we go through irritation, overstimulation. Many hurdles come our way, but all of them help us grow. And I need to do it because children are watching me. Knowing will give me a direction. Feeling will will motivate me. But action will transform me. Because when I know I can do something, I become a different person when I do it. And that gives me confidence and courage. Good luck.